Good morning. Welcome to Leah's Tribe. And I want to welcome all the new members. In the last few weeks, I have been adding new people to the tribe and from all different places in my world, right? Um, from groups that I am learning more about intermittent fasting, people are coming and learning more about plant based. It's like we're learning from each other, everybody comes together. It is turning into more of a community, and I'm thankful for being able to bring people together and hopefully learn from each other. And see, I'm working with people who are putting new habits together, healthy habits together, and 1% better each day compounds, right? Atomic Habits, a book by James Clear, talks about how ice will stay there on a counter, and the temperature can change, but when that temperature changes right, it melts and things go into place. And, you know, I see it all this week. I've been talking to a lot of people about intermittent fasting. I've talked a lot to a lot of people about eating clean and what it means to be plant based. Um, to me, these are big pieces of next level health, next level health. Then there's like the morning routine. I wake up super early and I start my morning with a few hours for me before I train anyone, before I am mom, before I do anything that I need to do. I make that time for me. And when I do that, I have more successful days and things happen and it's all good things. And I teach my clients how to do that. I share that here in this group. Um, so let's talk about, oh, and one more, working out, right? It's about moving your body. I talked to clients this week about how in their 20s they used to be able to do this, and then in their 30s that, and now 40s this, and it's because our bodies change and all that, but keep moving, right? I do. I mean, people look at me and they go, "How much cardio do you do, and how much, do you lift weights?" No, I do low impact resistance, like seriously balance. I had clients this week, new clients that started. I have clients who are at all different levels, but with a resistance band or balance or doing something isometrically, holding a pose. Not quite yoga, but with maybe light weights in your hand or a resistance band. It makes a difference. And that adding fasting, because fasting is really where you lose your weight. And I see that all week. Um, People who are tightening up their fast, meaning you get used to pushing off breakfast and and seeing what your window can be, and then you tighten it up more. And when you do, at the end of the week, you lose more weight. Same thing with eating better food, right? Going back to plant based and clean eating. These are things that, like, you know, if every documentary tells you that eating meat these days, and you know what, I get it, but I find the balance. And the thing is, I'm 90 something, 95, 99% plant-based most of the time. But if I want a slice of pizza, I will have a slice of pizza. It's I tell my clients who are looking to find that balance, you know, these are like treats, right? To me, a slice of pizza is a treat. And so many people come to me and they're like, "I'm doing so good. I haven't had pizza for over 3 months." And you're like, "Why?" Right? So for myself, it's about, again, finding that balance. And if I mean, if you look at some of these documentaries, and I have my clients watching a handful of documentaries that were super eye opening to me years ago. I mean, some of these documentaries are 2014, 2016, and it's about GMOs. Do you know they're in your food? Like some people still don't even know that. Organic versus conventional, the idea of having more nutrition in organic. You don't believe it? Okay, do you think? But everything shows the other direction, and anybody that I follow who's fit, healthy, and doing well says the same thing. So I'm going to keep trying in that direction. And that's to me about all of it, right? Having a morning routine, making that time for myself so that I can, one, do better for myself, two, watch and be able, like one of my missions, really, my goals, is to be able to help people understand that it's not the diet you're on, it's the food you're eating, right? And the documentary says it, understanding how to read the ingredients, right? I mean, many times, even when I was learning to be a personal trainer, at the nutrition part was about like looking at the nutritional facts and knowing the triangle and understanding the FDA. But if you watched any documentary, it would scare you to follow the FDA or many other pieces of it because they're not looking out for your health. They're getting paid off by lobbyists and big corporations, and it's all together. So unless you know what you're eating, it ain't gonna happen. And I brought this out. Like I have this because my son has to have it. It's actually it was in the refrigerator. He moved recently. It's never been opened and it's cold. And the first ingredient is modified corn syrup. All right. Now, this is all about everything that is it organic? Yeah, it's organic. All right. You see a little glasses there, little green there, and then over here non-GMO. My hand's shaking. Um, this basically is genetically modified science project full of crap. And the thing is, here's the thing is, every day we get a choice, right? And if we keep not knowing and we keep putting this on our food, we're gonna continue to go in a different direction. If we start to understand what's in our food and learn, then we can go in a different direction. Here's another little tip on here, right? That's a 9. There's a code on most fruits and vegetables that are single like this, or in bags. And if it has a label on it, it basically tells you if it's organic, if it's genetically modified, if it's conventional, meaning sprayed with everything and done however. Um, but again, if food is medicine, then I want the best kind of medicine I can have. And this is not medicine, right? I had a client this week who started with me, and Sunday to Sunday, right? She showed me her refrigerator, and it was absolutely full of like Kraft's dressing, right? And just on and on. It ragu sauce. There were things in there that I knew without even looking that they were just not what we were going for. And so she had a Trader Joe's not too far away. She took a trip to Trader Joe's. I got on the phone with her and we walked the aisles. In my head, I could do it with my eyes closed. And I was basically saying, hey, I think over here by this, look for the little bottle with the sesame sauce and all that. And so she spoke to the clerks there. She got a good feeling, for what she wanted to get. She got some new favorites to try at home. She came home, she tried them. She had already been doing this fasting thing, right, without even 100% knowing what she was doing, but she was eating the wrong food, right? So you gotta have all the pieces kind of in line. So she was fasting, and now she's eating better food. And she has, she worked out when she was in her 20s and her 30s. Now lost, has everything. You're just getting back into it. She pops on to my classes on Zoom this week once or twice. She does her own thing because the classes are all different levels. And in 1 week, she loses 4 pounds, changes her food, works on her fast, starts moving her body more, right? I mean, it's what it's about. Um, you know, when she saw What the Health, it was amazing because she then watched it again with her daughter, who, again, needs to learn about food and all that, and then texted me this very long text of how all her family, or much of her family, died of cancers and diabetes and strokes and all that, you know? And to me, that is just what's crazy, you know? One other example this week, and, it's sometimes how we kind of forget too. I had a 27-year-old guy, we're chatting. He is looking to take his workout to another level and, build and all that. And I said, okay, well, there are plant-based people who are taking it to the next level. Let me ask you about your food. And it was McDonald's sausage, egg, cheese, and whatever for breakfast, and pizza for lunch, and whatever his wife was making was some kind of meat or whatever at dinner. And you're like, and you want me to give you a protein powder on that? Like, what is it you want me to do? So here's the thing: it's those things that you realize got to go to the basics. So it's day 20 of the new year. You can eat better and go in a different direction just by reading your ingredients and putting shit down, right? Just little bits. You can do better for yourself by just pushing off breakfast and holding and being aware of closing a window in. Because when you do that, your body goes into ketosis and it uses the fat on your body. People ask me, like, well, how do you, macros, blah, blah, blah. No, I start eating at 12 and I stop eating at around 8 o'clock. And when I eat in the middle of that, I eat as best as I could because in my head, food is medicine and it's fuel. And so eating as close to plant-based, 90 something percent every once in a while, but here's the thing is, this week my son was here and hey kitten, um, I I had some pizza. We went and had a veggie burrito, this, that, and the other thing. I'm working out and I'm leaning over. I have grabbed my ankles and I realize they're more swollen than I feel them usually. That's inflammation. That's eating crap. So when you take, even for me, eating that much more, the bread, right? It's just bloating. It doesn't matter if you are gluten free or not, it's just bloating. The cheese and all that. I don't usually typically go there, so that was that. The sauce happens to be on a sensitivity for me that I already found out is an inflammation. So put all that together, and my ankles feel swollen. Food is medicine, or it's going to make us sick. And so I want to just I will have a better outline. My goal is, this is day 20 for me too. And I'm going to be on every single Thursday on video, and I will have a better purpose and outline. And this is one of the things I am working on because I feel like this is a great place to really get my point across and not ramble sometimes. And so I have a client friend who I and her are likely to be, not likely, I'm going to be joining Toastmasters and learn how to do, I don't know, all this a little better anyway. Isn't that the point? Next level. And so I hope that you find something of value in my group this today in this video. I will post some links of my favorite foods, some of my favorite plant-based recipes. If you're interested, just comment below and I will send everything to you. And I hope you have a great day. And I'll